What happened to a woman in Florida over and over since the beginning of the year will turn your stomach. She was kidnapped off the street in Tampa back in January, allegedly by that man, Walter Medina, who allegedly lured her to his home with an offer of food and drugs, but then allegedly turned evil, brutalizing the woman with a baseball bat and a screwdriver, again, for months, breaking her ribs, leaving puncture wounds all over her body. The woman says she was tortured and held hostage for 2.5 months, until this week. That is when she finally made a break for it, outside a Tampa drugstore. Police picked her up, took her to safety, and then went straight to looking for the culprit, for Walter Medina. It took them all of one day to find him, and yesterday police from a handful of agencies chased Medina down. And when I say chase, this is the kind of chase I'm talking about, right? This was the end of the suspect's 100-mile-an-hour attempt to stay out of jail. And here's another angle of the takedown, and I want you to pay attention to the left side of your screen, okay, to see who charges in first to make contact with that violent suspect in the crashed van. Oh, yeah, who's a good boy? See him? Who's a good boy? Taking all the risk. There he goes. That is a brave member of the Florida Highway Patrol, and he's only 7.5 years old. I want you to meet K-9 officer Rico. And thanks to Rico, quite a few other two-legged officers, Walter Medina is in custody tonight as we speak, charged with attempted second-degree murder, armed kidnapping, and armed false imprisonment. And I'm happy to bring in Florida State Trooper Jeffrey Publionis and his K-9 partner Rico, who are standing by live. Also, Dave Kerner is the executive director of Florida's Department of Highway Safety, and he's with us live as well. But Dave, you're going to have to take second fiddle to Rico right now, because who's a good boy is, I mean, look at this. Does he have a ball in his mouth right now, Jeffrey?
He does.
Is that how you're keeping him on camera? Because I've always been told, beware of interviews with children and pets, but that is one heck of a special pet. Walk me through yesterday, Trooper Publionis, and what happened with Rico, how he became a hero once again.
Well, I work in Orlando, and we heard what was aspiring down there in Tampa. There was a pursuit of a murder suspect, and there's a lot of pursuits that happened in Tampa. I didn't think it was going to make their way to Orlando, but they did. So I was waiting in the Sand Lake area as I'm listening to the pursuit over the radio. I'm waiting as they're going eastbound. As they get closer and closer, then finally the suspect vehicle passes me and Rico in my patrol car. So we jump into the pursuit. Rico and I are going after this car. The vehicle exits at John Young Parkway, where it ended up going over a curb, and it cannot drive anymore. So the lead officer gets out, challenges the driver, and I come out. He's giving him commands. I bring Rico out just in case. For a second, I thought he was going to come out and surrender, but then he reaches back into the vehicle, and with the person that this was, the situation, we knew his history, we knew what he was doing. He put us through a 3-county pursuit. We're not taking any chances, and we deployed Rico, and he did a great job.
So Rico got the perpetrator out of the car. Can I just ask you a personal question? Because I love dogs so much. You are at work right now with your dog. I'm going to tell you right now, my dog is at my feet on almost every single one of the shows that I do. It's Atlas. If he saw the screen right now, he wouldn't even bark. He's that good of a boy. So, look, we know Rico's good at what he does, and when you send him in to do the work, he can do it. Can you just manage him like with one command? Will he just lie down and relax, or is he just kind of always at the ready and wanting to chase something and get something and do some work?
Well, Rico and a lot of police dogs are very high-driven, so these dogs are always ready to work. Right now, he knows when he has his toy, it's time to relax. He's not in work mode, but he can flip like just a switch, and he's ready to work. He loves working. That's what these dogs live for. But right now, he knows when he has his toy, it's time just to chill out.
Trooper Publionis, I need to ask you this as well. When you're in your vehicle and Rico's in the back, I watch a lot of cop shows, and I'm one of the sub-in hosts for On Patrol Live, and I always see the K-9 and their handlers. And when you're on a chase, the dog is going bananas. in the back. Is that the same story with Rico? Does he start howling like mad when you hit the gas?
Oh, once the sirens kick on, he already knows what time it is, and he cannot wait to get out of that car. So between the sirens, the dog, there's a lot going on, but he hears the sirens, and he already knows that he's probably going to be coming out of that vehicle. And he is excited, and I just hope he saves some energy for when he has to come out of that car. But yes, he hears the sirens, and he already knows.
I love that so much. Hey, Dave Kerner, I want you to jump in here with the kind of value. I love the cutesy pie interviews, and there's nothing like seeing a working police dog, but there is massive, massive policing value to these dogs. Give me just the color of what they mean to the work you do.
Ashley, thank you. And you're right, big time value. I'm always happy to take a back seat to our troopers, and particularly our four-legged troopers, and Rico in particular. He did amazing, heroic work. Florida is a law and order state. Governor DeSantis has empowered us to do our job. And a big part of that job is deploying these very well-trained, highly effective four-legged troopers. And they do God's work out there. We're proud of them.
I'm so happy to be able to bring this story to our audience because I just want everyone to know that Rico was already a star before what he did yesterday. He won Hero of the Year because he brought in $20 million worth of drugs, 2019 to 2020. He seized like massive, seizure of meth and cocaine. So this dog is just fantastic. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.